Everyone is talking about why home prices are falling, but no one is talking about the people who are truly stuck in this market. Condo owners who want to upsize. And when you look at the data, the gap between condo prices and freehold homes are significantly worse today compared to just a few years ago. Now first, let's address the obvious. Yes, the investor demand has gone down. Higher interest rates, price uncertainty, and softer rents have pushed the investors to the sidelines. And that is one of the main reasons why the condo prices are plummeting while inventory is going up. Some reports suggest that about 60% of condos are owned by investors. Now, although I cannot say this is the exact figure, but what I can tell you is that investors are definitely a big part of the condo market. So naturally, when investor demand slows, the condo market feels the pain. Now, while everyone is talking about investors, I have to say, what about the end users? What about the young families, young couples, or first-time buyers who bought a condo to get into the property ladder in hopes to upsize to a bigger property one day? Because that was a traditional path. That was a traditional path here in the GTA, right? You buy a condo, you live in it for a few years, you build equity, then you move into a townhouse or a detached, depending on where you're at in your life. And today, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about, because what I'm about to show you, I find extremely interesting. Now, I want you to pay attention to this chart right here. Now, this chart shows median prices of homes from January 1st, 2018 up until February of 2026, which is now. Now, in early 2018, the median price of a condo in the Greater Toronto area was around $480,000. And the freehold townhouse was around $650,000, while a detached home was around $850,000. Now, I want you to imagine as someone who owned a condo in 2018, right? Let's say you wanted to upsize because you're expecting a child, or maybe you're getting married, whatever the case is. Let's say you wanted to upsize. If you want to go from a condo to a townhouse, you only needed about $170,000. The gap was only $170,000 to jump from a condo to a townhome. Now, if you want to go from a condo to a detached home, the gap was less than $400,000. Now, $400,000 is a lot of money, but it was still manageable if you think about going from a condo to a townhouse to a detached, that's how the property ladder was. So even though the gap was big, it was still manageable for a lot of families who just want a bigger home. And so the property ladder made sense. Now, I want you to fast forward to today. Okay, the median price of a condo in the GTA today is $530,000, which hasn't really gone up all that much compared to 2018. Now, the median price of a detached home today is $1,140,000, and the median price of a freehold townhome is around $870,000. So yes, we've seen steep price increases through COVID where everything went out of proportion, and then the prices corrected itself. So the housing market has cooled, right? Everyone says it's so much more affordable now because rates have come down and the prices are much more affordable compared to COVID, which is true. But here's a key detail here. You see, the condo prices have, relatively speaking, remained flat, but freehold prices have actually gone up drastically. Now, put things in perspective. If you want to upsize from a condo to a freehold townhome today, you need almost $400,000. That number has doubled compared to 2018, where you only needed $170,000 to make the jump from a condo to a townhome. Now you need almost $400,000. And if you want to jump from a condo to a detached, that number is over $600,000. So that is a massive shift in affordability, not for first-time buyers, but for people who want to move up. People want to move up from a condo to a freehold property. The affordability has gotten so much worse. So yes, even though homes have technically become cheaper over the last couple of years, upsizing has become significantly harder. Now, as a real estate agent here in the Durham region and in Toronto, I do see this all the time, right? I have consultations with sellers all the time. And truth be told, they're hesitant because they feel like the gap between a condo and a freehold is so big that they just simply don't want to make that move, or they're unable to make that move. Now, I have to say the property ladder concept is broken because the gap between a condo and a freehold property has widened so much that it doesn't even make sense to talk about that anymore. So until that gap gets smaller, where moving up from a condo to a freehold becomes easier, a lot of condo owners will feel stuck. But if you are in the market and you are looking or thinking of possibly upsizing from your condo, then you need to know your bottom line and you need to know exactly what to do in this market to see if things even make sense. And if you want to have a consultation with me, you can do that through the first link in my bio. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.